morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to Life Beyond the Clouds. And I want to thank Rachel Deeb for being here this morning and doing this because you're also very busy and you travel around. I know you just flew back in from the West Coast. So I want to talk about your career and the things that you have done in your short life
Mhm.
because you're still so very young to me. And you've done so much and you're so accomplished. But I also want to talk to you about how like the energy and how messages have really helped to guide you, how it's kind of helped when there's times in your life when we all get there, right, where we feel like we don't know what we're doing or we feel a little bit lost and stuck, how messages and the divine have really kind of helped to keep you going and how these things have made a difference in your life and that you understand that there's more, even in times when at the moment you not feel like it. But I instantly have to talk about all these plaques on the wall behind you because I feel your grandfather coming in. He's telling me these are awards behind you. So I would like to see these. Can you angle the camera? Or is these all things that you have done? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so like this one is a guitar that I painted for Kelsey Ballerini. This is a tour poster for Walker Hayes. I was like on tour with him all like that year.
That's
This was like my
amazing.
very first photo I took of Carly Pierce that ended up in a magazine. Let's see what this is, like Pickleball magazine with Maren Morris. This is my very first. I was in People magazine, but it was for Carly Pierce and Michael Ray, but now they're divorced. So if she ever sees this, she's gonna tell me to take it off her wall. Take it off my wall. She's gonna be like, "Why do you have that still?" Some more of Carly, some more of Maren stuff. And actually, what's crazy is down here, right, that pink poster is a poster I got at a Lumineers concert. And then like fast forward a year later, I ended up going on tour with them. So I feel like when I put my like posters on the wall, it's like manifesting because I like printed out and posted it and then I got on tour with them. So it's kind of crazy.
That's absolutely incredible what you've done in your short life and the people. I had no idea. And he just kept wanting me to ask you and to let people to see this. And I'm also keep hearing this too, that you're going to be going on tour with Lainey Wilson. So Lainey, if you're listening or this ever gets to you,
I would love that.
I feel like she's going to be doing your photography and pictures because you have an amazing gift and I just feel like you're supposed to be on tour with her. I don't know why I'm hearing this. I always just tell
Yeah.
people what I'm hearing and what I receive even if it doesn't make sense at the time. It usually does later. People message me, but I am hearing that and your grandfather. And also I just have to jump in. I keep hearing the name Shirley around you. So I don't know if this makes sense for you if there's a Shirley for you.
Yeah, that's actually that's crazy. It's my grandma's actress name.
Oh, you're kidding. She was an actress.
Yeah, she was like a famous actress. She's actually on this wall over here.
This is why I'm seeing all this stuff.
Yeah, she's over here. This is like she was a famous model
Oh,
and
she's
actress.
beautiful.
Yeah, she's stunning. She's so pretty. I have her name tattooed on my arm. Shirley.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
incredible. And I absolutely love when I receive these kind of messages because really what they do is Rachel, they help us on our days where we feel lost or stuck, or even weeks or times in our life, and you just say, "No, we're not," because they actually will pause us and want us to start over. And this is
Yeah.
really with you. You're someone that there's so much more that you're going to do and there's so much newness around you. I just keep hearing the word newness for you when I feel your energy, like new beginnings and new things. And as much as
I
you've
think
done,
so,
it's
yeah.
absolutely incredible. I think you've done in your short years what takes some people into their 50s to have accomplished. So you came here to absolutely do this. You have such an amazing gift and you're helping so many people with this. And I just feel like you're still at the beginning. Oh, and do you also paint?
Yeah.
Because I'm also hearing they're showing me that you paint and either you want to get back into this or like you paint a mural or something about painting a wall or a building. I don't know why I'm seeing this.
When I'm not photographing, I like do painting. Like I paint murals and like custom like jackets and Nikes and skateboards and stuff like that.
And at the end of this, I'd like to put all your stuff up. I'd like people to be able to see this, what
Yeah.
you do. I'll have you send me a link.
Okay, yeah.
But
I'm like, they're probably telling you that because I'm really behind on a jacket that I'm supposed to be painting today. So
so
this
thank
is
you for doing this. I know, and that's why I really appreciate you taking the time because
oh
I
no.
know with your schedule, you fly all over the place, and I know that you're really in the middle of a lot of different things. But
Mhm.
this podcast is about connecting people from all different walks of life. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what your career is. It's about knowing that you're still being guided to hang
Yeah.
in there on those days you feel like you can't, you have to, you hang in there. And then all of a sudden, the next week comes and you realize if something didn't work out, you understand maybe a month later why it didn't. right? That it was always about trying to guide you to something else. Because sometimes we get caught up in the moment. We get caught up in what we think we want, what we think we need. And it's not always that way, right? There's always something else that they want to show us. We have free will, so we can go ahead and do what we want. But this is really about them trying to pause us and stop us a little bit. And I know sometimes with your career, you get busy. And sometimes, like when you're trying to get back to normal life, it's kind of hard to make that turn. It's like you've been go,
Yeah.
go, go. Then all of a sudden you come back, and it's kind of like you kind of try to figure it out. Like, what am I doing, for the next couple of weeks until I'm going somewhere else? And it's about really trying to help and guide you, and you trying to figure out how to navigate both. And this is kind
Yeah.
of really where you're at, because sometimes you're not in one place long enough.
Yeah.
So this is about you navigating, but I think you're really getting that. Like, you're really getting to that place where you're actually ready for it now. There's a lot of new beginnings. Everything for me is about freshness for you and about starting over. And even with your grandfather coming through, even if we didn't really know them, this is what people don't understand. We might have only known them when we were very little, or we might not have known them at all. Right? They might have passed, like my grandmother. I never met her, but she's one of my guides. She's one of the people that helps me, with this to help other people. So he does come in, and he connected to Shirley at all? Is there any connection?
Yeah. So yeah, they were married. I'm like, my grandma has had so many husbands. I'm like, wait, which one is that one? Um, if it's the grandpa that I'm thinking of, he's like the only one I really ever connected with.
Okay.
And he was married to my grandma, and then they got divorced.
Because he makes me feel connected to her. That's why I'm asking. He makes me feel connected to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and he sort of in the business also?
No, I don't think so. I think he did like some stuff with like money investment stuff.
Okay. He
But
just
and
makes
then
me feel like he's connected to her, like he was with her,
okay.
that was his
Yeah.
connection to her, which connects to you
Yeah.
also. So this is why I felt like he was jumping in today and just telling you, like, he's so proud of yourself. He wants you to look more at your accomplishments and look
Mm,
back at that wall and what you've done, and not be so hard on yourself for maybe what you feel like you're still supposed to be doing,
yeah.
because you're so much about moving, and you're so much about, going forward. So this is just what he's showing me with you. And I know you were just on the West Coast, but I feel like there was like a good connection there when you went to the West Coast. There was something it was like a reason that you went there.
So yeah, I went there for work and it was really great. It was a great time. I went with my friend Ashley Cook for her show and we had a great time.
Okay.
But I didn't meet up with that guy, Chris.
You did.
I didn't.
Okay. Because,
I asked him. I reached out. You told me to reach out.
yes, yes.
Yeah, but he ended up being busy.
Yeah, I felt like when they show me these things, when I said to you, who's the Chris on the West Coast, and then sometimes it's not always that it's supposed. I always just feel like too, when something doesn't work out, it's not meant to now, or it's just not
Yeah.
supposed to be, and it's okay. And it was about you taking the chance. Do you understand? It was about teaching you how
Yeah.
to just say, "I'm going to do this," because even though you kind of I felt like the distance between you guys would have been a problem anyway, like that there was.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more about putting myself out there more than and just yeah, like making it known like what my goals are and stuff. Um, as in personal life.
This is really, Rachel, what this is about for you, is teaching you how to not be afraid, and to just say, you know what, if it didn't work, then that's okay. It's about learning to laugh about it and just saying, not take it so seriously. Because when it comes to work, you're a wholly different person. You know what you're doing, like you've got this. You're extremely talented. Honestly, you are. You're extremely accomplished and talented, and you can do this. But then when it comes to the other side, it's like that flip of the coin, right? This is where you kind of
Yeah.
say,
I'm like,
this seems really hard for me. I can work with all these people all day long, and I can do this, and I don't even think about it, right? It's like second
but
nature.
then going on a date, I can't do.
Right. Going on a date, you just feel like, but this is where they're trying to help you, where it's just like when you just start to reach out, or you just start to say, you know what, I'm going to do it. And it's okay. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And this is what,
Yeah.
do you understand what they're trying to help you with and trying to move you forward with? So I just feel like you're in this place, and trust your friends more, kind of just throw caution to the wind, and just, let things kind of go naturally, and don't overthink it so much. If it didn't work, it didn't have anything to do with you.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is what I want, and that's what we're trying to help you with, is to not is there a T somewhere with you? Is there like somebody has a T? Is there a Taylor
Um,
somewhere? Taylor?
my sister-in-law's name is Taylor.
Okay.
Um,
Is there anything with a baby around them?
yeah, they have 2 babies.
Okay. Because I almost feel like there could be another one, is what I'm hearing.
Oh no.
Not now, but I feel like, do you understand?
Yeah.
that it could be like something in the energy because I'm hearing the name Taylor and they have baby next to it, but question mark. You know what I mean? Either whether they're questioning, do we do
Yeah.
this? But I have baby and question mark. I don't know why they're showing me a new camera with you. I don't know if you were looking or trying to buy something or shopping for a new one, but your grandfather's showing me this.
Okay, good. I need a new one. So,
Okay, because he's showing me you
yeah.
looking for a new camera. And like for me, it's like he shows me about the lens with you.
I just bought a new lens for my camera.
See, that's wild. Do you understand? This is the kind of little
Yeah.
things for me, Rachel, that nobody could know unless they weren't there helping you. So it's not always about that message. They show us that message. So you know that they're helping with everything that they're there, right? Because I kept
Yeah.
seeing you fooling with the lens. Like the lens is very important to you. Like it's like you want to know about it, you want to take it apart, like the thickness. I don't know what he's showing me, but like it all matters. And I'm seeing you
Yeah.
actually like you know the camera, but that's what he's showing. And it's for him saying, we're helping you with everything else. I always ask people too if there's any other questions like that you wonder about. People always ask me questions like, how do you know they're with you?
Sometimes I think like, how do I know that? But then there's been so many times, like I was just telling someone last night how one time I was at an intersection and I just had this voice in my head that said, look both ways before, like when the light turns green, look both ways, which I never do. I'm light turns green, I'm on the go. And the light turned green and I looked this way and this car started going and then I looked this way and a car ran the red light and smashed into the car that was going. So like little things like that that I'm like, holy shit. Like I literally hear voices. Like when I first moved into my house too, I was showering and washing my hair. And this sounds crazy, but like I literally heard a voice that was like, get on your hands and knees and feel the tile at the bottom of the shower. And I remember being like, what the heck? So I got on my hands and knees. I was like, okay, whatever. And I started feeling the bottom tile and my hand pushed in the wall because then I found out the previous owners didn't waterproof the shower when they were renovating the house. So it was like a whole lawsuit and I had black mold and this whole thing. But like, how would I have known that? Because none of the other tiles did that, only the bottom row. And it was literally just like a random voice I had.
So this to me is so amazing. And I really hope that everyone that's listening to this is so profound, what you just said. And this is how messages come to me. So this is how it is. You'll hear it in your own head, in your own voice. It's not like it's somebody else's voice that takes over. It's nothing weird, but how you just say, why did I do that? How did I know that? This is what divine intervention is when they stopped you from being in that accident, right? When they
Yeah.
stopped you and saved your life, they literally saved your life that
Yeah.
you have more to do. And this is where free will comes in, where you can just say, I don't care, and you just go, right? If you would have just gone and used your free will, this is where when messages come to me, it's about voices inside that you hear that go, where's that coming from? I wasn't thinking about this. Like, where did that come from? Right.
Yeah.
And it'll be so quick and so loud, like it stops you in your tracks. Like you actually just say, what is this? Or even with the tile, I think if everyone could listen to what you just said, like these are the stories I want to help heal other people. This is what I want people to connect with. It's not going to be 24 hours a day. We have to still live here in this world, but they come in at the moments that are going to change our life and are going to save us and help to guide us in a different direction. And even with your everyday life, if they gave you a message then, they didn't just do it once and leave, right? That's what I want people to say. It's
Yeah.
not a one-time thing and they don't leave. They're helping you with everything. It's just sometimes when we want something so much and we're constantly thinking about it and overthinking it, that we miss the message because we're thinking so much. But when you were
Mhm.
sitting in that car, you weren't thinking about anything. You were probably just, just thinking about work or listening to the song, not really having a lot of your own thoughts. So that's why that message came through and it woke you up to save your life. I think that is so incredibly amazing. And this is what I want everyone to understand that we do receive them. Like that's incredible. And even with the shower, like these are the stories. I've had these things my whole life. And it's these kind of things that you just say, yeah, you can explain it, but you can't explain it. So these are the kind of messages, and sometimes they're really big like this, where like that mold saved your life too. You could have gotten so ill from that, right?
Yeah.
That was something too. Because your grandfather still, I'm telling you, he's a big energy around you. They'll come in, your angels and loved ones, and want to show you these things. But these are divine, like the big ones, like with the cars. Those come from the angels. That comes from a very high divine source that you still have a lot to do, and they're just saying to you, just please listen. So what it also does is awaken you to other things. It makes you not doubt anymore. When you receive another message, you just say, I don't care if this seems silly at the time, I've got to pay attention to this.
Yeah.
And I think it's beautiful. And I think when people share messages like this, that it helps everyone, because there's probably not a lot of people that know. It's not stories that you always tell. We keep a lot of this stuff to ourselves. And I know you've had other ones, and sometimes they might not be as
Yeah.
much as that.
Or good. There might not always be like this past weekend, some stuff happened, and I was just like, why did the universe let me see those things? But then I'm like, maybe I needed to see that in order to what we talked about earlier, like moving on and stuff like that and letting go of things.
And sometimes for you, you needed a little bit more of a nudge because you were still holding on some. Hope will let us hold on to things because inside we want it, right? Sometimes we have to separate what is actually good for us or what I mean, the mind and the soul, right? The head will get us in trouble every time because it'll try to override the soul. That's where the free will comes in. The soul will know, like if you really sit inside, like you've said to yourself so many times, I know I need to move forward. I really do. Like I really, really know. But then the head's like, well, maybe I'll just kind of hang around for a couple more weeks, maybe a month. If they call, it'll be okay. Maybe I'll still try,
True.
right? That's what the head does to us. And the soul will
Yeah.
sit back because they know it's your journey, even though they're still saying inside, Rachel, you really know that you deserve better, that there is something better. So when you finally start to understand the one that's trying to help you, this is when you just say, I'm moving on. Like, I got it. That's why I keep seeing all new for you. Everything feels new for you. Your hair is beautiful. You look amazing. Your energy is so pretty. I mean, it's so bright and so light. So this is where they're just saying, with this newness comes everything else that's new. And I'm
Okay.
telling you, you're going to message me in a couple weeks and you're going to say, guess what? Guess what? Because I really do feel so much happiness coming for you that there's going to be things now once you finally have cut the cord. I mean, I always say, why do we have doors in our house at night? Right? Why do we lock them? It's because we want to keep what we love in and keep, the bad out. It's the same thing
Mhm.
with your soul. You have to protect it. You have to, listen to it. And when we finally get more in tune with that, that's when everything else seems easier. And you're getting there.
Okay. Doesn't feel like that in this current moment, but I trust you because
They show me the little things. So when I talk to you about the big things, that you just say, well, you couldn't have known all of that and then be wrong about this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I know.
Is there some video shoot you're doing? Why am I seeing you shooting a video? All of a sudden, I just saw you like doing a video.
I'm always doing a video.
You
Well,
are.
because I direct.
I
Like
didn't
I'm a
know that.
yeah, I do like direction work, um,
I didn't know
like
that.
music videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I'm seeing you actually doing more of this. Like I'm seeing you doing. Are you supposed to do something with Carly?
Yeah, this weekend
That's wild.
on Friday, and
They,
I'm doing a video. Yeah,
that's
well,
so
getting her show, but I'm making a video from it yet. But
That's
yeah, I
wild.
find
You
it.
are going to do some video shooting and they're showing me. See, I just
Yeah.
think they'll piggyback. They'll show me one thing to take me into something else because they're saying they're talking about a video and then they're saying Carly. So
Okay.
I do feel like there's movement, like you're doing video with it, whether
Okay.
it's some slow motion or some thing in there with movement, but you will be
Um,
doing some video with her is what they're showing me.
well, I love Carly.
I love it. And it's going to be really, really, and I almost see you getting an award like at like a CMA or something for video direction. I want you to hold on to that. I feel like
Really?
this is
That's like a dream.
okay, this is what they're showing me. This is in your energy that I'm going to see you going on stage and getting like a
Mhm.
whatever you get, like an award for video
Yeah.
shoot or photography.
Cool.
But I see you walking
Yeah.
on stage and I keep seeing it in your hand as if you've already won it. So they're telling me that this
Oh,
is coming.
hopefully, that's always a goal.
And I almost see like you could get into TV almost too, like do more crossing over into television.
Um.
So I don't know if you've thought about this, but I'm also seeing something with television with you, is what they're
Okay.
showing me. You've got a lot of people that are rooting for you. I'm telling you that they're cheering you on and that they're rooting for you. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. And I wish you so many blessings. And I'm just telling you, I can't wait to see what happens with you. And I thank you for sharing those stories because those two stories you shared were really profound.
Yeah. It's that those have been like just reminds me to trust my intuition and know that there's a bigger picture that I can't see yet, but for whatever reason, this is happening for a bigger reason. So
And sometimes it's just the journey, Rachel. We just have to learn to be patient because you can control everything, right? You're very good at controlling your work and what you do. And this is just the one area, right, that you wish you had more control over. But
yeah,
but this is just what you're learning, and it's why we're here, right? It's not always something so big, but this is actually big to learn to be patient and to understand, let the right thing come and this is what's going to happen for you. And I know you're so busy and I know you have to get back to doing all your artwork and the painting. And I just want to thank you for taking the
yeah,
time and sharing some of your life with all your amazing work back there. And I want you to stay in touch. And again, Lainey Wilson, if you hear this or this gets out to you, She's going to be doing pictures for you because this is just what they're showing me, the divine. And I always just trust in the divine because they're never going to let us down. They just
Yeah.
love us. So thank you for your time. And
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to stay in touch with you and see all these amazing things that are coming to you.
Thank you so much.